Well, hello again. So when I first did my setup video for my grad school Filofax, I said I would do an update once classes actually started, and I've gotten a couple of requests for what my updated setup looked like, so I figured I'd go ahead and film this for you just to show how it's actually working for me. The first thing you may notice if you watched my other video is that I'm in a different binder for it. When I first set it up, I was using a K yellow. And I finally decided that since I wasn't using my Kate Spade anymore because I wasn't planning in rings, I still wanted to use it, and I preferred this to the K. So I sold the K and moved over into my Kate Spade Wellesley. Real quick, this is just a charm that I made. This is my favorite part of the charm. Talk Dewey to me. I learned how to do some stamping in order to make that, but yeah, it's just literary themed. If you don't know, I already have a Master of Divinity, of course, to be a minister, but I'm going back this year for a Masters of Library and Information Science. So that's what I'm doing. That's what this coursework is for. I don't have much in the pockets, just have a picture of my boys, and then I have just a project life card where I've written my schedule for this term. Obviously I know it, but just if I need any refreshing. This is a, goodness, I forgot her name for it. I forgot, I'll link down below the name to her shop, but it's an Etsy shop that she sells these beautiful prints, and so I have several of them, her own illustrations, and I have just cut it down and punched it, and then put a little bit of vellum, Tim Holtz vellum, on it to protect it. But that's what I'm using as a dashboard, just because I like it, and it goes well with here. On the back of the dashboard, I just have some sticky notes for anything that I need, and it's all clipped here to keep all that together. I made my dividers, and they're all literary themed. If I remember, I will link the paper down below. But it's a really neat collection. It's a public library collection, but I forgot the brand. So this first section is just labeled today, and it is just my calendar. I'm using the Kate Spade inserts that came with it. I'm using just some Tim Holtz tabs at the top. It only goes up to 9, so obviously for October, November, and December, that didn't really work. For some reason, I decided a 3 would work best for October, and then November is a 1 and December is a 2. Just because there's not really any, this is months and weeks together, so it was a way to flip to it when I needed it. This is just for schoolwork, so on my monthly, I just have my school assignments, and you can see September, and the classes didn't start until the 22nd, so I've got a lot more filled in for future months. But for the weeklies, this was the first week, and I'm just doing any assignments that are due go in there, and then the actual readings for the week go right here. So for each of my classes, a full load in this program is only 3 courses. So I have each of my programs, each of my classes here, and what the reading or what the assignment for that week was. And I'll go to the current week. I just have a Filofax ruler that I stuck in there because I wanted to make sure I could have something sticking out the bottom since the top has all these tabs. So this is this current week. I don't know what one of my classes assignments is going to be, but for the rest I've already completed it. This is just one assignment that I have due this Thursday that I've already done, so I checked it off. And that's just how I'm keeping track of all my readings. My big assignment due dates, I also put them in my main planner and my bullet journal, just so I have that for reference when I'm making other plans. So if I have a bunch of papers due in a week, maybe I shouldn't make as many plans for other things to do so I can focus on that. So that's the first section, just a calendar, and of course I just have until December because that's this semester. My next tab is to do, and that is just as it says, any to-do things. This is the only stuff I have currently is stuff I had to do before the program started. So that's what that is right there. My next is notes, and it's kind of an overview sort of thing. I usually have on the back of this page, show this divider because it's cute. I also use some embellishments from different stickers that I had. I think there was a Studio Calico maybe sticker pack that I found at TJ Maxx that had a bunch of library stuff in there. So usually I have a sticky note right here that has my school ID, my username, an email, and also my PIN for account stuff, just so I can reference that. There's so many numbers that I have to remember in my life. I don't have my student ID number now, so I reference the sticky note that's there a lot. Obviously I took it down now because not everyone needs to know that information. I have information about the actual program, the core courses that we're required to take. There's a technology requirement, and so you can choose from these courses, and then these are the electives that I'm interested in taking personally. Then I have those core courses written here so that I can do what the course is, what term I took it, and then my final grade. I'll also add to this other courses as I take them so I can get all my grades in one place. And then the by semester, what I'm taking each semester, so I can just plan out my course. It's a 2-year program, only 2 years, and so this way I can just plan out my course of study and have that to look back on. The next page is just stuff from the information session when I was applying, and the orientation, notes on the orientation is in the back, just general semester stuff, or general program stuff. So then I get into my actual courses. I wrote my tabs for this. These labels on the tabs are Tim Holtz, the little words collection of stickers. This I just used a bit of sticky note so that for each course, when the semester's over, I can move it. So the intro one, the way that I have it set up, usually I have a post-it here with the professor's name, his email address, his or her email address, phone number, and any sort of office hours or information about the course, just an overview. Obviously I took that out to protect their privacy, but I usually have that for each courses right there. Then I've written out the different assignments, their weight, and their due date. Some of these are going to vary just because they're presentations, and so I just will put there eventually what I've signed up for. I actually know the date of this, so I will fill that in now. So I have all of the major assignments listed right here. Instead of shrinking down and cutting out the syllabus, because a lot of the stuff in the syllabus I really don't need to know. I mean, it's course objectives and expectations, which of course I need to know for the actual course, but I don't need to reference it a lot. On the back here, I have all my readings. So for every week of class, I have a reading, and that way I can check it off when it's done. And then finally, I have a spot to put the grades. Now, right here, I'd planned on using this to take notes, but when I actually got into class, I decided that writing in the rings just wasn't going to work for me. So let me grab right quick what I did end up using. And that is this Erin Condren A5 notebook. I got this at the Southeast PlannerCon in Atlanta. It was part of the swag. And so all I've done is, I didn't have any real notes for my first intro course, so just for this other course, I put the date and the topic. This was just an introductory thing, and all my notes are right here. Again, this is the first week of class, so there hasn't been a whole lot. But yeah, just any notes there. And my third course is asynchronous. All my classes are online because I just can't commute with 2 kids and working anymore. I did that for my first program, and it was enough that I didn't want to do it again. So my third class is asynchronous, so I don't have any notes I'm taking. But this way I have tabs at the top, and all I did for the tabs, this notebook has in the back these flags, and so I just folded it over the top. So this is working well for me so far. It's a bigger space, and it works better than doing it in the rings, for me at least. So for each of my courses, I may still use this for any sort of a reflection question to brainstorm that I don't want to do in my class notes, or maybe any notes on the reading I may put in here. But currently, this is just how I have it set up for each class. And in the future, for different classes, different requirements, that might change. My next divider, again, assignments and readings. And I did this yesterday, so I can check that off. And y'all, I feel bad saying this, but this program is not that difficult. Maybe just because I went from a much more strenuous program, so there's a lot less reading than I'm used to. It's pretty awesome. And then my third here, again, assignments. This is the course I don't have a lot of information about because she just hasn't gotten it set up. She just hasn't. So I don't have a lot of due dates for some of these things, and yeah, I didn't have any readings because I don't know what they're going to be yet. She hasn't shared that information, so I just have grades right there, and I'll add readings and assignments as it comes up. Then my last tab is actually not this program related, but it's just some Chinese that I've been teaching myself. I haven't done a lot on this because I've been busy, but that's where that goes. Don't have anything in the secretarial pocket, and my pen is just my favorite of these Sharpie pens, the fine Sharpie pens. So that's what I have. It's working really well to keep this separate for me, so I don't have to have all my assignments in my main planner. Again, big deadlines, papers, and projects that are due, I will write those in my monthly calendar, but I'm not doing that anywhere else. So I'm loving having this separate. I'm really liking having a separate notebook for notes, and this isn't big, so I just put both of these and then whatever textbook for that class on my desk with my computer and my headset, and I'm good to go. I don't need anything else. No big binder, 3-ring binder or anything, and it all just goes very nicely in the top of my IKEA cart. So I hope this was helpful for all of you who are looking for school setups. Again, this is working for me. If it stops working for me, I'll show what else I'm doing. But stay tuned for more videos of different planner setups. I've actually got a couple more coming in that I will be reviewing, so subscribe to see that, and I'll see you next time. Bye.